Okay, sorry. I don't know what's going on. My cursor's acting up. I don't understand quite what's going on. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, sorry. It was weird. Alright, hello everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome to live stream number 17 of my Suzerain Capitalist campaign. Today might end up being a short one because I did a pretty lengthy stream earlier. But I'm going to yeah, so what we're gonna definitely do today is we're going to do the Alliance of Nations meeting, where I think we're not gonna read all of it because it's a very long event, and I've never read all of it. It's always just whatever is most relevant to what we're doing. So we will be reading like the Dwight Walker stuff, but we're not going to be reading like the United Contana speeches or whatever. So I think the main thing that I've got to do while we're there is I think that there's an event where I can like accuse Rumberg of having developed nukes, or that they're working against us or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the details are, but I basically just need to, I think, put the international pressure on Rumberg. So then that combined with my alliance with within the ATO, or ACO, whatever it's called. I think it's the ATO. Yeah. The Arcasian Trade Organization, or whatever the heck. Will stop the war from happening, so we don't have to worry about that. Well, it's entirely possible we'll still get cooed by our military, even though we didn't. We took measures to make sure we wouldn't be invaded and whatnot. So, hi there, History with Rover. Hi there, Creative Nickname. Let's go ahead and get started. So, we're heading to the Alliance of Nations in Kerut. Staff ushered us to the third floor, and we took our seats. All the world's most powerful, and of course, let's not forget that we have totally redeveloped the economy. I am awesome. Yeah, like we look here. I don't think there's anything that actually explicitly says that it's fixed, but it's fixed, and I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, what's this? Veto. Not spending money. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we got a whole lot. I don't think we're ever gonna have this much money again. Full green bars economy, 3 budget, and 5 wealth. So everybody's here. I'm glad to be among them. Ever since the assassination, I'm amazed you've been holding up so well. It must have been tough for Miss Rain and the kids. So I'm gonna say I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna mention them. So I'm gonna say, we knew changing Swordland is hard, but we could never expect it to be this way. It's tough to be the president, making harsh decisions and dealing with their consequences. I wish I could have supported you more, but time has been a cruel mistress. Your advice wasn't that good anyway. Huh. Yeah, just be a bastard. The session's about to start. Let's get comfortable. It's going to be a long day. Alright, so Lesbia is going to speak first. We're going to have him speak. Hold on, I need to pick up. I need to get my my Hankatheria accent from American Sweethearts, because hold on a sec. America Sweethearts. Scene. America Sweethearts. Hold on. Cut the music. Hold on. No, this is the part where he's singing. Where is it? Where? Here we go.
Please, excuse me.
It's gonna be loud here for a second.
You know? Wacko. Okay, well, obviously the new direction.
Yeah, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We need Hinkazera to speak.
I'm outraged. There are textures. Can I just say something?
Here we go.
Excuse me. What was said about my penis on the screen? That is completely false. Completely. I am extremely well hung. I will submit to a physical inspection right now. I know.
Alright, there we go. Yes. It's a little less energy though, because I am a little less energy, because I'm drunk all the time. So Mr. President, it is my pleasure to return to this podium. I think there's a little too much in there. David leaned in and spoke in a low voice. Let's see how crazy this year's session will get. David must be thinking, I can't believe this little shit of a student became president. Yeah. My greatest shame was not killing him when I had the chance. You mean failing him? What did I say? Let's see. I'm surprised he isn't drunk. When last I spoke here, the message I gave was of encouragement and support to this organization and the vital role it plays. Of all the challenges Eastern Mocopa and the whole world has faced since then, one has grown larger and more imminent than any other. The threat of the so-called socialist states and the actions taken by their authoritarian rulers with no regard to international law. Hagel's pounding his fists on the table in protest. Look at that guy. He's an embarrassment. Today, the need to come together as the leaders of the free world is more important than ever. Hold on a second. I want to change the music here. Let's do, this one. Okay. The CSP, under the leadership of United Contana, has been fueling Volksland's military-industrial complex and its expansionist aims in Eastern Mocopa. They need to be buying those weapons from me. This is a disgrace. Right. The world cannot turn a blind eye to the increasingly naval presence of Volksland in the Marquian Sea. We hereby call for the immediate withdrawal of all naval vessels with any offensive capabilities from international waters. Let's see, clapping. Western Mercopian delegates are clapping. Others shout in protest or in silence. Let us also not forget about the recent events that transpired in another state with socialist leanings. A state that wages war against its own innocent citizens. Wellen. See, Wellen is not even socialist. I'm just gonna keep listening. Their purge of the minorities in their country was again largely ignored by the international community. I will go as far to call it a genocide. Wellen violated our past treaties and mobilized their armed forces, deploying them close to our borders and authorizing them to partake in massacres. Zespia was affected not only by the large wave of refugees coming from Wellen, but by the subsequent government seizure of all of our companies that were active in the country. We hereby call the member state to action against Wellen and its rogue government. There can be no room for compromise. Thank you. Thank you. Just clap. Oh, nice. Now Victor comes up. He's doing the sweep of the arms. He fumbles with the... this is, when he's basically calling Alvarez a manlet. When he reached the podium, he fumbled with the microphone for a few seconds. Then he smiled at Alvarez mockingly as he raised the height of it. Victor's a funny guy. Indeed, a murderous comedian. Alright, Mr. President, fellow delegates, there's hateful leaders. Hello there. Hey, Matt Bicietti. Hello, Jacob Brown. Hope you all are doing good. Where's the cooperation and friendship? Where is the unity? Let's see here. Always find the president of Lesbia annoying. He's only upset because he doesn't like Bloods and has to deal with them as refugees. Yeah, but, he also wants to make money, too. So, that's why he doesn't like Volksland. And there's probably something about the island he cares about. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some water. And I forgot that I had gotten a letter that I had to open. Water. Okay. Hold on a sec, I just gotta open this letter I've gotten. Forgotten to... Let's see. History games. Thank you so much for... Oh, that's nice. Whoops! ASMR of opening something. shit. Try to be very gentle with this. Oh, fucking sick. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Okay, yeah, it's basically a little postcard I got. Oh, very cool. I think I'm gonna get a frame for this. Ukraine. Let's see. So, hello there, Jarl. The wars the West fought on our soil. Foreign troops occupied our country. We know this stuff. Don't dare speak about women before you acknowledge your involvement in our civil war. Before you acknowledge your own dark past. Okay, we're just watching. Arcasia made a deal with United Quintana where they agreed upon the withdrawal of their troops along with the removal of half our army. So yeah, okay, he's just talking about the Bloods. Alright, so here we go. Evidence of foreign interference. Direct aid from Rumburg to the Bloodish Freedom Front. They smuggled tons of Ka-74s in Welland. They smuggled in their spies, smuggled in mercenary commanders. Let's see here. He's finally talking about it. We're not the only ones now. So it seems. So, okay, he's going to publish the documents and let people know that Rumburg's up to some shit. And now he's just making excuses for his genocide. Yeah, Welland's going to be strong, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. He seems to be popular with Rika, doesn't he? Yeah, so Rika is supposed to be like Africa. Okay. So. Alright, next up we've got Martin Van Horten. He's another ally of his, so we're gonna read him. Looks like Martin's not in the mood. Can you blame him? Mr. President, fellow delegates of the Assembly, and friends, it's an honor to be with you today. I wish we could meet under different circumstances. Once again, the CPS nations, in particular Volksland, have shown us what they're willing to do to achieve their political aims. We must first thank the delegates from Swordland for being brave enough to recognize our hedgeland when the rest of the world left us alone. We were one of the first countries to propose proper cooperation between Eastern Mercopian nations. Yet when we were threatened by Volkslandian expansionism, nobody came to our side. Though Mr. Alvarez voiced his indirect support for us earlier in today's session, I can't keep myself from wondering where he was when our fleets were under attack by the very socialists he spoke about. So, here I am, asking for the support of the fellow member states of the Alliance of Nations. Agnolia is under attack by Volksland. The loud banging from the table of Volkslandian delegates, all of them pounding their fists on the table. Those delegates need to learn some respect. That's for sure. Mr. President, please moderate the assembly. This is more than disrespectful. Emmerich Hegel began shouting curses as Nines repeatedly banged his gavel for order. Alright. Now, as you all know... God damn it, sorry, somebody's calling me. Okay, hello. So sorry about that. Yeah, it was a sudden phone call. It was like a really spontaneous thing. So what that basically was is I was just out running an errand today, and I saw that a place was hiring, and so I just walked in and said, "Hey, are you said you're hiring, right? What do I need to do? Do I apply online?" It was just like a local business. And I gave them my hours that I was available, and they were just calling me. And so I'm just gonna be working in the. It sounds like starting on Sunday, I'll be working in the kitchen of a Vietnamese place. And honestly, I when I saw the hiring sign, I the reason I wanted to do it because I like to make pho at home, and I thought if I actually work at a Vietnamese place though, I can make better pho. I'll learn how to do it. I'll work there for a week and then leave. But I'm gonna work Sunday. We're gonna work out the details, and let's see what happens. It's just gonna be a small part-time thing, but it'll be good for a little extra cash, and yeah, I'll learn how to cook some pho. Better pho. All right. So, did you tell them about your 13-inch Pen 15? Well, first off, thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. Vietnam might defeat the U.S. in the war, but you get some good food. Seems like a fair trade. Yeah. So, I'm going to freaking, what was I gonna say? But yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. And, yeah, you know, obviously, you know, when the super chats, I wouldn't even need any extra cash if that stuff came in. But no, I try to, of course, hopefully, you know, get the ad revenue up from, you know, people who watch for free as well. But I always appreciate that. It is what funds the live streams. Of course, now this is going to make things trickier, but we'll have to see. You know, let me. I'm gonna know better this time next week what my weekly schedule is going to be like, because yeah, I'm going out of. Oh my god, I just realized like I'm going to be popping out of town for a night. That's going to be a whole issue on Friday. Shit. Well, one day at a time. Maybe they're not even going to really hire me. So I'm not officially hired yet, but you know, they're gonna show me the ropes, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, and I told them like I've done this game before. You know, like I got school, and I told them when I saw him in person, I said, "Yo, I was kind of interested, and this is how much like these are the days that I got school, and it's not negotiable." And you went, "Okay." So the Volkslandian fleet is patrolling the seas around Hedgeland with complete disregard to international laws. I call on the Alliance of Nations to find a... Yeah, but, you know, I'm probably definitely now just going to do the Alliance of Nations and then have to call it a day, because, gosh, I just got so much to do, and especially if my Sunday's not going to be free, I got to get some stuff ahead of time done. So, I call on the Alliance of Nations to find a resolution to this never-ending conflict that Volksland created. We demand the immediate withdrawal of all naval forces from our territorial waters. Millennialist terror surrounds us on all sides. I call the democratic world to action against the tyranny of millennialism, authoritarianism, militarism, and extremism. The banging noise started again. Hegel stood up and approached the rostrum. I always forget this guy's voice. What voice I do for him. I don't know, whatever. You are a spineless jerk, a lackey of Arcadian imperialism. Silence! Speak up in support of Van Horten. Yeah, sure. Have some respect, Mr. Hegel. It's cringe to be European at this moment? What do you mean? What's cringe? Tell me what's cringe. You have no right to intervene. Know your place, President Rain. Or no, oh fuck, I got the voices mixed up. You have no right to interfere. Know your place, President Rain. Yeah, see, okay. I believe I don't need to speak more about this subject. Everything is clear as day. Oh gosh, the music's a little loud. Everything's clear as day. Mr. Hagel's actions speak volumes about the reality of Volksland and their corrupted ideology. I hope to see this conflict resolved with the help of the Alliance of Nations soon. He quickly left the podium and nodded to the other Agnolian delegate. The two left the assembly hall. President Nines announced the next speaker, Hegel. Alright, yeah, so Hegel's just gonna speak. Welcome to the new states. We're fighting against colonialism and imperialism. The working class. Let's see. Oh, Russia is gonna this morning or the next few days. Oh, oh, that's what you were talking about. That's an interesting phrase to use for it. It's like a Russian invasion might happen. This is pretty cringe. Yeah, right. Oh man, now I'm just imagining people using like modern day internet slang for just day-to-day issues. Like, hey, where were you this weekend? Fucking, it's like, where you been? Why weren't you at work for a while? It's like, yeah, I fucking was skateboarding and I broke my arm. Wasn't based. It was not red-pilled. Yeah. Hello there, Tenderberry Vacation. So, let's see. Arcasians are building up military bases. The ATO was formed to fight against millennialism. Let's see here. Bullshit! Soldiers in World War III saying war is cringe. Yeah, instead of war is hell. Yeah, you got like a modern day Marvin Gaye, you know, instead of going, war is hell, when will it end? You do like, you have like a trap beat underneath going, yeah, war is cringe, when's it gonna end? You know? Actually, there was a piece of art I saw somebody make where it was like showing G.I. Joes in World War II versus World War III. And it was just like the World War III GI is just like some fucking skinny geek. Like the... I'm trying to find the picture. I don't know what to search. Like World War II versus World War III. But it was... Yeah, like the World War II GI, he's laying in his tent, and it's like he's got like a pinup of Rita Hayworth, which I don't know how you have a pinup in a tent. It's cloth, but anyway. And then the World War III, it's like I think Diva from Overwatch or something. Oh, let's see here. Gosh, I can't find the thing. And like the World War II GI's got like I think a pack of cigarettes, and the World War III GI has a gamer girl bathwater canteen. Let's see here. It's interesting how arrogant we were in the 1990s, thinking they were at the end of history. Here we are witnessing momentous decision after momentous decision. Oh yeah, freaking Fukuyama can just blow me from the back, you know, suck me from the back, excuse me. But just, yeah. what a jackass. There you go. Gosh, it's taking forever to get through this, I'm so sorry. He's not entirely wrong. Okay, delegates, etc., etc. What kind of vessels we use. He's probably making good points, whatever. Evolution Viscar! Was that Swordish? Did I catch that right? He said the revolution will come. Yes, but it was an old Volgish. Very similar to Swordish, right? Some words are even written the same way, but I'm surprised you caught that from his accent. Let's see, war is cringe, unless you're a Metal Gear Solid level weapons manufacturer. Yeah. War is cringe, when will it end? Queen Beatrice. Dear President of the Assembly, dear delegates, dear leaders of the world. You know, we're gonna skip her because we're not going to war. Yeah, just talking about, oh, the plight of my people. Let's see. Employ this alliance. Take a look at the actions of Southern Raiders. President himself came to murder and unrest. He's blaming our government for inciting violence, and they expect the world to believe their eyes. That hag! Alliance continues to shirk duties. Rumberg will not stand idly by if more Cajun military are transferred to Eastern Maricopa. She's condemning us in our alliance. Grand Awakening. Thank you. That was the worst speech I've ever heard. Mr. Anton Rain, President Sortland, I invite you to address the assembly. David immediately started applauding. Okay, my turn. My turn. Dear members of the assembly. I hate you, Swordland, she screams while you don't care. I'm just going, yeah, spacebar, spacebar. Let's see here. The speakers who have preceded me have expressed their concern about their problems. Let's see. I would like to stress the importance of these words, Alliance of Nations. Gosh, I really don't like all of these, any of these, I should say. Nuclear arms races. Okay, I'm gonna say yeah. We're worried about the danger of nuclear arms races, just because like that might be able. I could then set up talking about Rumberg and stuff. It's more important than ever to set aside our differences. I want to address some of the topics mentioned here today. Let's see. We're saddened by the events that took place in Welland. Swordland stands together with the Bloodish people. I would like to address the Queen of Rumberg. The real threat to Maricopa has always been Rumberg. Let's see. I'd like to stress these words. Money! You ain't got the friends of the fat stacks to invade me now! So anyway, the real threat to Eastern Maricopa has always been Rumberg. Today it's still the case. We wanted to be diplomatic, even when Rumberg shot down our plane. And I also have some evidence to show the Assembly. Mr. Smolek was right about the KA-74s. We discovered that many militant groups in Swordland were being financed or armed by Rumberg. Okay, here we go, whistlebroker. There's another important piece of evidence we have, provided to us by someone close to the Rumbergian government. According to our reports... Okay, hold on a sec. I shouldn't say our reports, I should cite the guy. Yeah, let me cite the whistleblower so he can get killed because I publicized his name. That would be, like, so inconsiderate of me. So... Mr. Hailstone was branded as a traitor in Rumberg for blowing the whistle on the country's hidden nuclear facilities. I hereby call on the, Alliance of Nations to serve its duty. Rumberg and its nuclear facilities must be properly investigated. Thank you for listening to our concerns. I wish to see a resolution from the AN soon. The AN could no longer fail to ignore the machinations of the enemies of peace. Let's see, I like how you could say the BFF specifically got guns or be more generic. It's a subtle choice, but an interesting one. Yeah, and I was glad they had that too, because I've said before, my character is not racist against the Bloodish. My character does not give a fuck about the Bloodish. There is a key difference, just like he does not give a fuck about anybody that makes less money than him. It has nothing to do with race, color, or creed. You know, wasn't that the quote? You know, I hope my children will grow in a world where they'll be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the size of their bank account. I think that was the speech, the I Have a Dream speech. I have a dream today! Let's see here. Is that the logo? Not a huge fan of it. Hold on a second. This looks familiar. Oi, isn't this just BP oil, but they changed it from yellow and green to blue? Or the British Petroleum? Yeah, British... Hold on a sec. Petroleum logo. Let me check here. I'm checking this. No, it's not. No, BP's spiky. Yeah, I was completely wrong. Never mind. Let's see here. Ow! Oh, jeez. Freaking... Gosh, mosquitoes are showing up around here. It's warming up again. So... Alright, so... There cannot be any more procrastination or delay. Peace in Mercopa, peace in the world. War is bad for business. I've invested in wine, not guns. So, therefore, I don't like war right now. Well spoken! I heard thunderous applause from half the assembly. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, David. Not a bad speech. Okay, here we go. Alright, let me gargle here. Actually, I'm gonna go get a couple of eggs. I'm gonna have a raw egg to soothe the throat. Be right back. Yeah, old secret to taking care of your throat. Raw eggs. I think specifically the egg whites, but we're just going to do the eggs. Okay. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, delicious. It's actually making me crave some. Oh gosh, I'm blanking out on it, but there's a mixed drink I like to do that involves a raw egg and bourbon. It's like raw egg, bourbon, Worcestershire, Tabasco. Real good. Dinner and a show. So, I was doing that because we're going to be doing Nixon for a bit. Mr. President, I first want to congratulate you on your election to this high office. Mr. Secretary, delegates to the Alliance of Nations, ladies and gentlemen, fellow friends, we meet again on our quest to bring peace and light into this world. But even though some of the clouds have lifted, the world has not yet escaped the darkness. The Containen Security Pact is rapidly expanding its influence. It is very troubling to see the democratic nations of Mercopa be threatened by those millennialist powers. I refer, of course, to the presence of Volkslandian and Containen fleets in the Markian Sea. They're harassing other nations and hampering international trade. I'm trying to like pinch the right part of my cheek to get the voice right. Is this not an attack against world peace? An attack against the free trading nations of the world? Today our obligations to world peace are being tested by United Contana and the Millennialist Bloc. If we fail to counter this threat, if we stay idle and allow them to surround us with their war machines and blockades, if the attackers do not face any consequences, then this unstable peace we believed we had built will be the world's downfall. Prosperity will point its fingers at us for not stopping it. Okay, they're making noise. This time Hegel had taken off his shoe and banged the table with it, which sounds like this. That was my shoe.
I have no words! The Chancellor's gone mad! It's getting ridiculous. He's not even ashamed at his age. Despite its claims, the CSP's actions will only bring about war. Yet we still believe United Contana and Arcasia, together with our allies, can come to an understanding for our mutual benefit and our desire to avoid the destruction of the world. We believe that all the people of the world must be free to choose their own future. No country, be it Arcasia or United Contana, has the right to impose its values on others. But I will say this to the leaders of United Contana. If either of us is to be secure, we need a peaceful cooperation, not defense systems, forced blockades, or shows of naval superiority. If the Alliance of Nations cannot find a resolution to this conflict, the ATO remains ready and able to react. What is that supposed to be? You're promoting war in the Alliance of Nations! Mr. President, I cannot... Silence! Silence, please! Mr. Chancellor, please let me finish. We did not interrupt you when you addressed the Assembly. I'll have Kissinger talk with you later. I must also raise my concerns about the threat that Rumberg poses to Eastern Mercopa. The speakers who preceded me clearly showed that tensions are rising. The reports from Welland and Swordland are troubling. Their representatives from both countries referred to KA-74s being smuggled within their borders. Mr. Rain also pointed out the construction of nuclear weaponry in Rumberg. Our intelligence also confirms this. Arcasia and the ATO will stand against the aggression of Rumberg. They are playing a dangerous game, one that may bring ruin to Mercopa and their own lands. I believe the Alliance of Nations can find a resolution to this conflict as well. If not, let it be known that Arcasia will stand together with Swordland. Rumberg cannot do as it pleases.
Do you think... You see, I was going to say that's great news, I hope he means it, but I'm a little bit cowardly, so I turn to David and I go, do you think Rumberg could pursue any more aggression after that statement? I doubt that. With our membership in ATO and Arcasia's clear support, the Queen needs to be crazy to try anything.
Finally, I propose the Alliance of Nations undertake the noble cause of helping the people of the world through rewriting and properly enforcing its Human Rights Declaration. The Alliance of Nations cannot survive as a static organization. Its size and I think I'm nailing it now. Its sizes and duties are increasing enormously. We should adapt to the changing world. But peace and rights do not rest in the hands of this organization alone. They rely on the hearts of our people and the spirit of cooperation between our nations. So, let it be known, my fellow inhabitants of this world, let us take our stand and see if we can finally achieve lasting peace. Thank you!
Most of the assembly applauded his speech, the ATO delegates in particular. Stand up and applaud his speech. The applause continued for some time. Walker shook hands with various delegates on his way back to his seat. President Nines announced the last speaker before the break. It was Leon Mileniev. Okay, so he's going up. So, Honorable Chairman, we are here. We are threatened, disregarded, attacked, or ignored in this assembly. Standing in the way of lasting peace. And yeah, he's saying, where the capitalists are bad. Where? So logical conclusion of element of mankind. Lesbian delegates started laughing very loudly. So he said, we believe socialism will triumph over capitalism in the end. Such is the logical conclusion of the development of humankind. Lesbian delegates started laughing very loudly. Some other delegates booed, joined in with the laughing. You can keep laughing, gentlemen. Communism will bury you. Suddenly the laughing turned into shouting. We'll be waiting. We aren't going anywhere. What do they expect of us? They want peace. We're ready for peace. Long live the People's Revolution. Don't react. Massive applause. He's walking back to his seat. That was a lot. Yeah, let's grab some lunch. Lead the way. Okay, so we got through that. Wow, awesome, nice. Very, very cool. Oh shoot, I could do. Okay. I think let's end this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do these two things. So Hegel was a disgrace to the Alliance of Nations. Okay, we're gonna do two things and we're gonna stop it here. Number one, we're gonna move some. We're gonna do a private meeting with Visky, and so I think this is where he declares. Had to make some scrambled eggs for the nieces and nephews. Had to scramble those, huh? But okay, so we're gonna have the meeting with Visky, and I think this is where he's gonna tell us that he's retiring. And then he says, "There's rumors that you're a blank," and like he expresses what people say my ideology is. If I accept it, I get the achievement. So hopefully he's gonna say that I'm a capitalist, because that's been the whole point of this entire freaking run, more than anything. Do people believe you about the nuclear threat? There's going to be inspections to verify that, but I think we've also, with our alliance with our Arcasia, they're kind of backed off. So, private meeting. Mr. President, may I come in? Take a seat, Mr. Whiskey. Oh man, this is like an emotional scene. I'm just going to be an ass through it. Thank you for your time. Please, make it quick. I have other business to attend to. Of course, I will be as fast as I can. I wanted to ask you how you were doing. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Or no, I'm going to say, honestly, I'm tired, David. I'm tired of it all. Oh, I know the feeling. Trust me, I know. Sometimes you just want to throw away all the responsibility and escape. Perhaps into the wilderness, perhaps to the sea. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna read the opening lines of Moby Dick off of that. Call me Visky. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. It is a way I have of driving off the spleen and regulating the circulation. Whenever I find myself growing grim about the mouth, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever I find myself involuntarily pausing before coffin warehouses and bringing up the rear of every funeral I meet, and especially whenever my hypos get such an upper hand of me that it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately stepping into the street and methodically knocking people's hats off, then I account it high time to get to sea as soon as I can. That's Moby Dick, baby. Oh, can't wait for March. I'm gonna start rereading it again. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Like I'm stopping myself from starting it before March 1st. Anyway. So, perhaps to the wilderness, perhaps to the sea. Yes, exactly. That's what I want to do. I want to get away from this office. It's good to fantasize, but unfortunately, men of power like yourself are bound by duty and their responsibility to the nation. It has been many years since you were in my classroom. If there's one thing I learned from you, it is that power changes people. You little shit. Anyway, it makes them do things that were not imaginable before. I hope you're not trying to take a stab at me right now, David. It's just a simple observation. Don't pay heed to this old man. I
overheard a conversation the other day near a newspaper stand. It piqued my interest, so I kept listening. They were talking about you. They were calling you a die-hard capitalist. What do you think of that? They weren't wrong. I am a die-hard capitalist. Oh,
where's my matches? ASMR, like I'm just laughing and laughing. I'm pulling out a cigar. God, I love money. I'm lighting the cigar up. Listen, listen.
Oh, it's good to have money.
All right.
They weren't wrong. I am a die-hard capitalist.
All right, should get the achievement now. Yes, got it right there in the corner. You guys can't see it, but it's money, bills, dollar. Yes, this was the entire point of the whole campaign. Money. Let's get that cash in the chat, baby. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Yeah, hold on. Here we go. Hold on a second, I'm trying to get the cash register.
Okay. Yes, it is good to have money, baby.
So yeah, all this is just so like yeah, I just start reaching into my desk. I'm pulling out wads of cash and I'm just counting it while Whiskey keeps talking. So you're just hearing all these background noises here. He's just while he's trying to give me a life lesson. This is just going on in the background.
My father, Arthur Whiskey, used to say, "Always know yourself."
Japanese cash register, what?
Okay. It's good to know that you do. I said it's good to know that you do. I said, Mr. President, put down the money. I'm trying to give you a lesson. A life lesson right now. God damn it. So anyway, Mr. President, the elections are fast approaching, and how are you feeling about your chances? I'm just going, yeah, and just ching, 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 all the money. Oh, we'll win, no matter what. That's what a leader would say. I'm afraid of an announcement. Announcement what kind? I am retiring. For what reason? Yeah, he's doing this for a while. Time has come. My voice is failing. Let's see here. I see. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so he's going to leave. I could just shake his hand. I'm just going to shake his hand. But you see, again, the game makes it so you can't be too mean to him. I want to mention something. I'm probably being watched, so I must be brief. Be careful of the military. I think they are planning something. I've lived long enough to see 2 coups in my lifetime. It's just say I have gotten better at recognizing the signs. Last piece of advice from me. Best of luck, Anton. Thank you. And it's like, yes. I just click a button and I talk to my secretary. Send in the hookers. I'm just going, send in the hookers. It's time to celebrate. Yeah. Okay. Enough with the money noises. Enough. Rain entered as a rich man. He'll leave as a fabulously rich man. So, I think there's a way to get away from the coup here. My one last chance here. I can move some of my personal... Oh yeah, hold on. Existence of nuclear weapons has been confirmed. The Alliance of Nations ratified a barrage of sanctions on Rumberg by the member states.
Cool. So, okay. My future in Sordland is in doubt. It may be the right time to diversify my resources by keeping my money reserves safely abroad in case of an unexpected departure. So, let's see. The military holds your son hostage, and you just make a ka-ching sound. Yeah, so we're going to move some personal wealth out there. How much personal wealth is going out there? All of it? None of it? Okay, I don't know what... Yeah, so... The Bank of Kairut is happy to inform you the transfer of your personal assets has been completed successfully. It'll take approximately 30 business days for the amount to be withdrawable in local territory. Thank you for choosing BOK. Let's see... Rain's the kind of man who would put his student loans in the stock market. Oh gosh. There's people who really do that shit too. Now me personally, I remember I knew these sisters who got student loans, and one of them, the only thing she like bought herself, and like, cause they didn't have a lot of money. Here's how little they had. They asked, she wanted to buy herself one thing to entertain herself with, for the semester, for, you know, to do whenever her nose wasn't to the grindstone. So she calls me up and says, "Hey, Concrete, can you give me a lift? I want to go pick this thing up." And we went to, I think, like it definitely was a used game. It was a used game store that used to be here in El Paso. It was a pretty fun place, actually. They had like a basketball court, and they would do raffles and stuff. Anyway, so she was getting, I think she was getting like a 3DS and also a Pokemon game that they had there. So we went, we picked it up. I was driving her home. She popped in the cartridge in the passenger seat. And she boots it up. It turns out that cartridge, obviously it was a used cartridge. Somebody had like sold it to the store or whatever. That person had 100%ed the Pokédex. And like, when I say 100%, I mean 100%. Like a Mew was on that cartridge and stuff. And this was Gen 5, I want to say. And she just is like in this conundrum. She's just like, I don't want to delete this file. Like, oh my gosh, they put so much into it. It gets all in here. And I was arguing. I was like, well, they're done with it. Like, they finished the game. They did everything they could, and so they're done with it. Now you can start getting there. And she's, I don't know. I think she was gonna try to see if she could trade the Pokemon away to somebody else, and you hold on to them and stuff. But yeah, there was like 500 hours on that cartridge, or DS thing, whatever you call it, the card. But let's see. Did we defund the military? Oh yeah, we did. You better believe it. So let's see. Rumberg possesses nuclear weapons. It's out in the open. President to be thrown. Oh, that's right. We're dealing with impeachments too. The Supreme Court's going to hear the case this month, and people inside the administration will testify. Impeachment witnesses' reliability is called into question. Thank you very much, Kronti. There's reason to believe many of the government officials asked to provide evidence have personal vendettas or were bribed by Rain's enemies. The trial is nothing but a sham, meant to bring an ignoble end to the best presidency Sordland has ever had. Yeah, Kronti's like putting his back into it. So, let's see. Impeachment trial date set. So next time, I guess we're going to deal with the impeachments. Possible impeachment. But we've got our money transferred. Who's going to get me first? The Supreme Court of the military. I'm going to be out partying on the Bahamas. Or the equivalent of the Bahamas. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for everybody who joined us. Hopefully I get cooed instead of impeached, because I don't have the coup achievement. But thank you very much for the super chats, those of you who did. The plan tomorrow is I think I'm going to stream for a little bit tomorrow afternoon. And then Sunday morning, call my wife and Frank to the stand. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that. Is that possible? Because I don't think not Gloria, you know who I mean, the Ministry of Interior woman. She's not going to testify against me. We seem to be friends. And I made Lucian my vice president, so I don't think he'll turn on me either. Then again, you can almost argue he's motivated to, because then he'll become president. But I think he likes working from the shadows. I don't think he wants to be president. Too much public pressure. Too many public eyes. Anyway, so you all have yourselves a very pleasant evening, and enjoy your weekend. Good night. Do 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 do.